I'm looking at some scenes I've taken in Casper, Wyoming here. You want to come in and take a look? We're staying in our friend's RV, Tom and Tish, at the Fort Casper campground. I grew up in New England but moved to Wyoming when I was 30 here in Casper. Lived here for 20 years, met my wife Darlene, and for the last 5 years we've lived in Denver. We haven't been back to Casper for quite a while, so this trip was a chance to reconnect. And for me, it's a little bit like reading old journals to come back here and imagine myself as a much younger man and making my way from the east. I lived on the mountain here, Casper Mountain, for a lot of the time, and then with Darlene as well. Casper today reminds me of the way it was in 1981 when I arrived on what turned out to be the last day of the boom. Oil and gas is booming again, and there's lots of activity in Casper, but the sky is the same, and just the sense of openness and energy of the city is, that continues. While I was here, I was just wondering, well, what is it that lasts of Casper inside me? What part goes forward in me? And it's some of it's the history, old Fort Casper, which is near where we're staying in the RV, and I can still smell the sage and remember what it was like to be walking up or behind our house on the mountain and all the wildlife. You've got antelope here on the second hole of the municipal golf course. But it was pretty clear in reconnecting with friends that it's the friends that we made here that continue and last that is the part of Casper that is still in me and is going to be going forward. I thought for this video I would just ask several of my friends to talk about what they are doing today, and I started out with Neil Short, who's as athletic and fit as I am indoors and bookish.
The race is the Atacama Crossing in the Atacama Desert in northern Chile. It's a 7-day, 6-stage self-supported race, meaning I'll carry all my own gear and cook for myself. And it covers a little more than 150 miles, 250 kilometers. And it's the driest place on earth. There'll be about 120 people there, so it'll be quite challenging. I'm turning 60 here pretty soon, and my goals are to finish, to be in really good shape going into my 60s, and to meet new people, and really to get out of my comfort zone.
This ought to do that, I would think.
Yeah, I'm getting in really good shape and I'm out of my comfort zone. Everything else is questionable right now.
Doing some thinking about what we talked about today. And I think that'll be about it.
What's the one thing you learned?
Today? That I need to put a crack in my habit of not finishing things.
Yeah.
I learned that by when you and I talk, my mind goes, and then it goes rambles on, and I realized that all I need to do is put a little crack in that, and in a while it'll come tumbling down.
Yeah.
So I thank you for that.
I've learned that it's a pretty sweet treat to have an old friend that every time you talk, you learn something, and things open up in the world that couldn't any other way. So that's my friend Louie.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
I'm going to be meeting with a difficult client about an escrow account. Where he's going to be selling a few oil fields and sending some money over to Germany. So I'll be visiting with him and trying to make sure we work out the details before Friday, so this thing can flow smoothly.
Last night our friend Tom explained how come it took 2 shots to get the buffalo that we had for supper.
I hit him where I was aiming, but it wasn't the right spot. On an elk it would have been dead, but not on a buffalo. They're built different. Way different.
What's different about them?
Where their hearts and lungs are and their body and the way their body's shaped and where the organs are.
Wow.
So, I know where the nose and the mouth and the eyes are, but that's about it.
What's the key to cooking them just right, the buffalo burgers?
Slow and not overcooked, not overdone, because they have no fat, no cholesterol. So there's nothing to hold it together, and you don't want to flip it over much, and it cooks slow, and you eat it rarer than you normally eat beef.
Back to Wyoming and you get the real thing, buffalo.
Grilled to perfection. How about that?
How about that?
A little ketchup on them. Yeah.
Ketchup, mustard.
Sesame seed bun.
No, that's actually a whole wheat bun.
I remember when I first found Casper, Wyoming on a map when I was working in Providence, Rhode Island, and had a chance to move out here to take a journalism job. Fell in love with it then, and had 20 years of amazing experiences here. Made friends that last. North Platte River's been flowing through before, during, and after, and it's just it's a special place.
All right, we'll get you heading up. See you later. See ya.